Back again. All right, so this time we're going to talk about comparing fractions. And using multiples will help you compare fractions. All right, so let's go to the first example. Let me get my pen. I'm going with blue. All right, so if we had the fraction 1/2 and 3/4. When you're comparing fractions, the very first thing that you should do is always think about how do they compare to 1/2. Okay, so here's a number line, and I'm going to put half right here. That's the middle, so that's 1/2. Okay, so now let's take our fractions and think about it. Well, the first fraction I have is 1/2, so that's going to sit right about here. Okay. The second fraction I have is 3/4. Well, that's probably going to sit right about here. So very easily you can see, oh, 1/2 is smaller than 3/4. 1/2 is less than 3/4. And that's a really easy one to look at. Okay. Sometimes they're not that easy, but they can be. So what if we had 1/3 and 2, I don't know, 2, gotta make it easy first, 2/5. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, there's our number line. Always compare it to a half. There's a half. Well, let's see. We have 1/3. 1/3, let's see, if I think about it, and I want to split this line up into thirds. Let's see, 1/3 would probably be, let me use red. If I took it and went like this, and it went like this one here would probably be 1/3. That's pretty even. 1, 2, 3. The next one I have though is 2/5. And that's kind of hard to figure out. So first I'm going to think about 2/5. Is that smaller than a half or bigger than a half? And the way that we think about it is we think about this bottom number. Oops, sorry. That bottom number. Let's see, 5. If I was going to split 5 in half, let's see, there's 2, there's 4, and that would be 5. So it'd have to be half of it. So let's see, it would have to be 2.5. Oh, so this is less than a half. This is just less than a half. Because half of 5 is 2.5. And look at my denominator, my numerator. My numerator is 2. So this one is just a little bit under a half, just right there. So I could visualize it. But sometimes it doesn't seem like that's the best way to do it. So let me change this back to blue. And let's do it another way. So if we had 1/3 and we had 2/2. 2/5. That's what it was. And again, I'm going to draw my number line down here because I still want to have that visual. Okay, and I know that that's a half. Well, what if I took these two fractions and I gave them common denominators? Okay, that's what I did in the last video, common denominators. Remember, you had to find the multiples of this number. So let's see, it would be 3, 6, 3 times 3, 9, 3 times 3, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 6 is 18. I could go on, dot, dot, dot. Let's do my 5s. 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15. Oh, you're right. I can hear you. There it is, 15. 15. That must be my common denominator. Okay, let's see. 15. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. 15. Now let me change the color so that we're sure we know what we're doing. Come on, pen color. Let's go to red. All right, so let's see. 3 times what gives me 15? 3 times 5 gives me 15. And remember, whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So 1 times 5 is 5. Okay, got it. All right, let's see. 5 times what gives me 15? 5 times what? 5 times 3. So whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. 2 times 3. 2 times 3. 6. Oh, now I get 2 fractions I'm looking at. I got 5/15 and I got 6/15. Huh! 5/15 and 6/15. So this one is the biggest. That's easy to see because 5 is less than 6. So let's see. So that must tell me then that 1/3 is less than 2/5. 1/3 is less than 2/5. You want to try another one? I know you do. Just go ahead and shake your head. Yes, I'll do another one. All right. What if we had 3/4 and we had 4/5? Okay. All right. So let's see. Multiples of 4. 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 4 times 3, 4 times 4, 4 times 5. Now let's stop there, see if that works. 5 times 1, 5 times 2, 5 times 3, 5 times 4. Oh, it was. That one did work. I liked how that one worked. It was kind of easy. All right, let's see. We'll go back to blue. So we found this one here is the smallest one they have in common. Doesn't always work out that way, but it did this time. So let's do this. I need this to be 20. Found my denominator, 20. All right, let's see. 4 times what gives me 20? 4 times what? 4 times 5 gives me 20. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So 3 times 5, 15. Perfect. 5 times what gives me 25 times 4. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So 4 times 4, 16. Huh. So this one's smaller. This one's bigger. This one's smaller. This one's bigger. So 3/4 is less than 4/5. Common denominator. Guess what? You can do it with 3 fractions. Let's do 2/3. Let's do let's do 1/2 and 3/4. Okay, first thing I would do, think about this. This is 1/2 on a number line. This one is going to fall right here. 2/3. Is it smaller or bigger? Bigger. Bigger than 1/2. So 2/3 is someplace over here. 2/3. And what about 3/4? Oh yeah. 3/4 is someplace over here. So I already know that this one right here is the smallest. See, that's why you always look at the number line first, because sometimes that can help you out. So now all I'd have to do is find the common denominator between these two. So if I do the multiples, 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh yeah, I know, I got it. 4, 8, 12. Oh, okay, I found the common denominator already. It's going to be 12. So let's put that up there. So equals 12 equals 12. So let's see. 3 times what gives me 12 times 4. Whenever I do the bottom, we got to do the top. 2 times 4 is 8. All right, now I got to do this. 4 times what gives me 4 times 3. Whenever I do the bottom, we got to do the top. 3 times 3. Oops, that's a 3. Trying to put the answer in already. 3 times 3 is 9. So look, I got 8 twelfths and I got 9 twelfths. So which one is the biggest? This one. So if I had to list them in order, it would have to be 1/2, because that one we figured out is right here. It's the smallest. The next one would be 2/3, because the biggest one is 3/4. All right. That's how you use multiples to find the ordering of fractions or the common denominators. All right. Have fun. Do something exciting. Wash your hands. See you next time. Bye.